Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. In today's video, I'm going to do something so colorful and so gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and it's this, and I love it. So we have like two different textures. We have the animal print, obviously, and then you have that kind of water texture that's underneath, but it's very colorful. And then, oh well, we could say that we have a third texture, which is like the stones. But I love this set so much. Obviously you can keep these as a one nail, and then I paired it up with the new glitters that I got from Ink because I really wanted to use them, so I thought, oh, this is gonna be the perfect set. But yeah, you could do like one nail or two nails, and then you could do just like glitter or just plain color. But I gave you like three different ideas of a accent nail, or even do a full set of that. It's gonna be amazing. I would wear a full set of that. So yeah, anyway, I hope you're gonna enjoy today's video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and all the good things. Yeah, I think that's it. With all of that said, let's do some nails. I will start off this design with I-156 Retort White from Ink London, and I'm going to apply two layers of this, really thin layers, because this is a very pigmented white, so it needs to be thin. And I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds, each layer, in my Platinum X lamp, that's from Ink London as well. And then I will use I-11, which is this beautiful orange, like neon-y orange. Then I-157, which is sassy yellow. Some of them have different names, some of them don't. I-150 funky fuchsia, and I-16, which is classic red. Then I'm gonna also use the El Ombre brush, which is basically their ombre brush. And also the Artiste 000, which is their like liner slash detailer. And I'm gonna also use the Ultimate No Wipe top coat. So first off, I am going to apply patches of color randomly on the nail. You can apply them however you want. You can apply small patches, and like put more patches of red and yellow and whatever, but I decided to go with like bigger patches of one color. So I am just gonna apply all the colors onto the nail first, onto the first nail at least. And make sure when you do this that if you touch the sides or something like that with your bottle from the brush, make sure you clean that brush before you put it back in the bottle to not like contaminate the colors, so keep that in mind. Anyway, then I am going in with the El Ombre brush, and I'm kind of giving like making them a little bit more blended. I'm not trying to create an ombre here or anything like that. It's just to kind of not have those harsh lines, so just making them a little bit more blended. Make sure when you move from like one set of colors to the next, like I went from like orange with red to pink with red, I cleaned up my brush. So always clean up your brush in between, because otherwise you're gonna add that color in those lines, and if you don't want that, then that's the way to prevent it, to just kind of clean up your brush. And you can see that this is not perfect in any way, shape or form, and I don't need it to be perfect. Next, I just put some top coat onto my palette, and I'm going in with the Artiste brush, and I'm dropping drops of top coat basically in there without curing the gel polish before. So the gel polish has not been cured yet. I just kind of put them on the nail, and now I'm just dropping that, and the top coat is going to go in and just kind of spread out a little bit. So don't put the drops one next to the other, or when they spread out, it's just gonna be way too much. So make sure you leave a bit of a gap, and you can see that the top coat is gonna do the job for you basically, and it's gonna like push out that gel polish, and it's gonna create these nice like cell looking things. And this is a very great way to create like a water effect as well. So, you know, this is kind of like how to create a water effect. I do have a video on that from last year that I can, I'll probably put it in like the description box if you want to check that out. But yeah, moving on to the next one, I'm doing basically the same thing. I'm just doing different patterns on the nails. So this one is gonna be only in the middle, and then the sides are gonna be like empty. And I did not like how that like red and orange blend let's say blend was, but I will go back and fix that because it was so ugly. So I needed to like blend it a bit more than that, just because red is such a harsh color compared to the others. But you can see that it's probably better that I did that, so you can see you can still fix it. That's what I mean. After I applied the top coat, I am going in and still without anything cured or, you know, just left them like that. I'm just gonna blend that line a bit more because it was just so ugly. So ugly. And after I blended that, I'm just going in and I'm gonna drop some more top coat, and that's it basically. It's just so simple to fix mistakes like that. And obviously after I've done every single thing, I'm going in for a cure. The more you leave it, the more that's gonna kind of blend out and get distorted. So make sure you do cure it once you're happy with it, so it doesn't move too much, because otherwise they're gonna kind of blend with each other and you're not gonna be able to see the cells very well. But yeah, I'm doing the same thing on the third nail as well. I'm just kind of showing you that you can do all kinds of stuff. You can do French if you want with this. You can do any kind of design, any kind of pattern, and then just drop these kind of like top coat drops in there, and it will make it look beautiful. So, you know, it's really easy to create this design. It is salon viable. It takes you 3 minutes, and yeah, it's simple. Then I'm gonna go in with the black no wipe gel paint from Ink London, and I'm gonna still use the Artiste brush because obviously, you know, it's the detailer. And I'm just gonna create these kind of like this zebra print, which it's so easy to do. You only need to kind of make a really thick line, and then you wiggle it a little bit, and then once you go towards the middle, you lift your brush up and you don't apply as much pressure, and that's gonna create that kind of like really fine line. And that's it. It's so simple to create a zebra print. And again, it's you know, it's something that if you learn, you're gonna be able to use it for so many things and so many designs. I have like a few designs on my channel, but there are millions of designs that include an animal print of some sort, and they're usually really, really easy to achieve, and clients really love them as well. Then as you saw, I'm starting to do leopard print here, and what you do is basically create kind of like a C shape or a U shape, and it does not have to be perfect. You can see it's very wiggly, and the more wiggly it is, the better, because it's like a natural kind of print, and it's going to be really like random. And after you create that C, if you add a dot in like the middle of the two lines, it's going to create that. And then I would recommend, if you have any empty spaces or anything like that, to add a few dots here and there, because again, that will kind of fill it up and create even more like detail, and it's going to make it look even better. So yeah, I just went on this nail. I wanted to leave quite a bit of it white, because the other ones I knew they're not going to have white, because this one is I'm going to cover it with the animal print. And also here I decided to do only like one-sided zebra print, and you're gonna see in a minute that I added those, and then I'm gonna add really, really fine lines in between to kind of give the appearance of it coming from the other side as well. So it's gonna be a lot easier for me. Also, I wanted to mention that I put white underneath all of the colors, so all of the nails are gonna have white underneath. And the reason for that is because these colors really pop over white. If you put them straight onto the nail Well, not on the tips, because these tips are kind of white, but if you'd put them on a natural nail, they wouldn't be as bright. If you put them over white, they are going to look absolutely incredible. So keep that in mind as well. That's why you always kind of put neon colors, because otherwise you'd have to do like 4 coats of neon colors, and it will not be okay. It's probably better to just do the white underneath. You can always put 1 layer of white if you want to do this. I knew there's going to be some white that's popping out, so I did 2 layers, but you can always put 1 layer if you know you're going to have a full coverage neon, and then just drop that neon over there. Anyway, for the last nail, as you can see, I've put some zebra pattern on the top, and then on the bottom the other pattern. Then I'm gonna go in with some iGel Clear, the NA 3mm brush, and then Pick and Place, which is their wax crystal picker upper thing. And I am going to use also these like 0.05 caviar beads. I'm gonna use the Mixed Shapes Crystal AB and these black diamond crystals from Wholesale Rhinestones, and then I'm gonna use the Cat 2 brush to just apply that hard gel, the clear gel that I showed you in the beginning. I'm just applying that to attach the crystals. So basically I decided to create some sort of like crystal placement here to kind of go with the whole one-sided animal print kind of thing. I just went in and I did a random crystal placement, and I ended up absolutely loving it. Like, this is my favorite one. It just looks so good. So I used kind of the shape of that AB crystal to guide me into kind of adding all the other crystals around it. I don't know, I absolutely love how this came out. You're gonna see in a second how it looks when I actually put the caviar beads on, because you can't judge a crystal placement until you put caviar beads on. That is the thing that's gonna make everything so much better. So I'm just taking that 3mm brush, and I'm just using it to apply the caviar beads. I know it looks really beat up, but the shape of it being really beat up like it is, it's actually perfect for picking up small crystals, for small caviar beads, sorry. And the way I do that, because if you use the caviar beads as they are from the pot, they're gonna run everywhere and you're not gonna be able to do much. But I do mix them up with that builder gel a little bit on my little palette there, as you saw, and they stay put. And then I can really easily put them on the nail wherever I want. So it's just such a great way to apply caviar beads. I hated when I had to like apply them, because they would run around, but if you mix them up with some hard gel, they're amazing, honestly. And plus, bonus, they are covered then in a layer of gel, which means that if they get scratched or anything like that, they're not going to lose the color as easily, because usually caviar beads do kind of lose their color. But if you do this, they are not going to lose their color as easily, or not even lose the color at all. So it's absolutely incredible. Then I just top coated this nail, and that's done. And you can see how gorgeous that is. I absolutely love it. Then I'm moving on to this full nail, and I applied the hard gel straight in the middle there. And then again, I'm going with those shapes. I highly recommend wholesale rhinestones, because they're really, really cheap, and you can get like loads of things. They're amazing, and plus they're really good quality. I absolutely love the quality of them. I've been using them for years, and I have quite a bit from their collections. But yeah, I decided on this to kind of do a simple crystal placement just in the middle, because that nail is already so full, and I didn't want to take away from any of that beautiful pattern that I created with like the little cells, or any I didn't want to take away from any of the patterns that I created. So I decided to just add a dash of sparkle in the middle there, and I love it. I really do. And then Obviously, I'm going in with caviar beads, and I'm again leaving it like very, very small detail with the caviar beads. You don't have to put a lot on a design like this. And it kind of looks like it's an earring or something like that. So I really love it. Or maybe a very complicated pendant. I don't know. I really like it. It looks like jewelry, and I'm here for it. Then I'm just top coating, and as you can see, I'm not top coating over the crystals. Don't do that because you will lose their facets, which means that you're gonna lose all the detail in the crystals and they're just gonna look like a mush. So top coat around the crystals, push your brush up to the crystals to make sure that you cover like the base of the crystal, and they should be fine. They should stay there until your client comes back. Then I'm moving on to the third nail, and with this one, again, I didn't want to take away too much from the whole design. So I decided to put the crystals over the top of the yellow because, to be honest, on the yellow, you can't really see that like cell pattern that I did. I think the orange and the pink did the best with it. So I didn't want to like, you know, because I wanted to cover something with crystals, I decided to cover the yellow because it was like the least loss that I had. And that's the beauty of crystals as well. You can always kind of, I didn't like that crystal, I'll take that off in a second. But you can always cover things that you don't like with crystals. So if you made a mistake anywhere, just say to your client, you know, you can say that you made a mistake, you can be honest. Or you can always be like, I think your design needs a bit more, you know, sparkle in it. Let's put some crystals on it and just cover that mistake that you made. And no one's going to know because, you know, no one's going to see it. It's a really easy way to fix your mistakes. But be honest with your clients because they'll probably love the crystal idea anyway. So, yeah, tell them that you made a mistake and they're gonna appreciate you even more because people appreciate honesty. But anyway, as you saw, I did like I don't even know what to say. It's just a simple kind of crystal placement. And then I added the caviar beads, obviously the same way as I did everywhere. And also I highly recommend to go around that free edge where the crystals are with the top coat as well, which I did not show because I did not do it because this is just like a tip that's gonna go on my wall. But yeah, I highly recommend going around there to just make sure that everything is nice and secure in place. And then moving on to the last two nails, I decided to do these because I really wanted to use the glitter that I got last week from Ink. So I am going in with Additions and it's Angela, and then I'm gonna use the glitter on brush. If you haven't seen the haul from last week, go and watch it. I really love these glitters, they're just so gorgeous. So yeah, I'm going with Angela over the orange because I thought it's gonna be a great match, and I was right. That is a great match. That's such a beautiful glitter. Oh. So as you can see, I just dipped my brush into the glitter. I covered myself in it. By the way, I still have glitter over, and I filmed this over 3 days ago. But yeah, I applied that with my brush, and then I'm going in with my finger, my gloved finger, really important. And I'm just kind of buffing it in. Make sure, please, that you're using gloves when you're working with gel polish or gel or acrylic, because you could get a horrible reaction, and you don't want that. You don't want to stop doing nails, do you? You want to keep on doing nails because you're good at it. So wear gloves. That's probably the best advice I can ever give you. Anyway, then I'm going in with Danielle over that yellow, and I'm gonna apply that exactly the same as I applied the other one. So going in with my brush, making sure that it's everywhere, giving it a buff with the brush, and then I'm going in with my gloved finger and kind of cleaning up the edges and everything, and then just applying a layer of top coat, and then this nail is gonna be done. These are all done now, and I absolutely love them. You already know this, that I love them. I hope you do too. I did them like kind of like what do you call it, like an accent nail. You can use each of these as an accent nail, or you can do a full set of this, you know, I would. But yeah, I'm happy I paired it with all of this. And you know, make sure you do these and put them on your wall, because your clients will love them. Any kind of colorful design right now, it's really on trend. And you know, it's an easy design. I would call it salon viable, because to be honest, if you practice a little bit more your animal print, which is not as hard as it looks, this is just like a layered design, so it's really easy to do. And if you do your animal print really quickly, this whole design is going to take you 5 minutes, so why wouldn't you? But yeah, make sure you do these and you put them on your wall, and maybe even do like a more simplified version if you want, to offer that to your clients, because for sure they will want it. But yeah, with all of that said, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.